Once again, we're staying in our metal plate underscore 002.dwg file. And you can see at the moment, we're looking at the plan view in the model tab. Have a quick look at your status bar and make sure you are set to an annotation scale of 1 to 2. We want to stay with that annotation scale. And then just double click on the wheel to zoom extents. So you can see now that we've added some nice annotative dimension annotation into the drawing. Now, if I go back to the dimensions panel here on the annotate tab on the ribbon and click on the little arrow just here, that will open up our dimension style manager. Now, what we're going to have a look at here is one of the settings. So select training anno in the list and go to modify. And I'd like you to go to symbols and arrows, that one there. Now you'll remember the leader here was set to a dot, and we're going to take a look at the quick leader command and how we use that dot with that leader in our dimension style. Also note, quite interesting, can you see, because our current layer is details and it's blue, the preview is displaying in blue. Even though our dim layer override is set to dimensions up here in the dimensions panel. Don't panic if you see that in the blue like that. Click on cancel so that you don't make any changes to your dimension style. Select training anno and force of habit, good CAD practice, select the dimension style, set current, close. Then you know that you're still using training anno as your dimension style. Now, the quick leader command is quite an old command now because we use leaders up here now. We use multi-leaders and set a style for our multi-leaders. But QLEADER is still very, very useful. It just doesn't have an icon on the ribbon anymore. You have to type the command in. So, zoom in to the section view in the center here and pan down a little bit. You need to be able to see this little part of the section view here. Now, remember, dimensions is dim layer override. Quick leader needs to make sure that it's using dimensions just regularly. For some weird reason, you need to make sure in your layer drop down in the home tab that you're on the dimensions layer as well. Otherwise it will put it on the wrong layer. Dim layer override does not apply to quick leader for some weird reason, so just be aware of that. Now, QLEADER, you just type it, QLEADER. On the dynamic input there, can you see QLEADER? Press enter. It'll ask you for the first leader point. Using your crosshair, get in that space there. Make sure you're not snapping to, say, a midpoint. You want it in the space in the middle, ideally. So what you could do, if you wanted to, hover over that midpoint like that. Use that. Use the object snap tracking. Hover over that midpoint. When you come down to the midpoint there, can you see the intersection? And there you go. There's your little dot for your QLEADER. Drag your leader line away a little bit to about there and click again. Horizontally along the polar tracking, click again. Now it'll ask you for a text width. Can you see that? If I move away up here, you just want to accept the 0 there and press enter. A text width is the space that the text will fit into. So if you've got a finite space there, you might want to give that a distance. You don't need to because we're underneath the section view, so we've got plenty of room. Press enter. And it'll ask for the first line of your annotation text, which is multi-line text. And we're going to type slotted. And then we're going to press enter. And we're going to type whole, all lowercase like that, and press enter again. And then it might ask for another line of annotation text again. You don't need to worry about that now. You just press enter another time, and it places that slotted whole text like so. And it is multi-line text, so you can edit it as such if you want to. So that's one quick use of the quick leader there. Now, if we zoom out and pan, we've also got the slotted hole in plan view. So zoom in on the plan view, and we're going to go back to quick leader again. So we can right click, repeat quick leader if you want to, or use recent input, quick leader there. And it's asking for first leader point or. Notice the OR on the dynamic input. Look at the command line. You can see that there is a settings option. So if I right click, I can go into settings. Now there's various settings available. Annotation types, M-text options, annotation reuse. If you go to annotation reuse and reuse next, and you've got a piece of text that you're using for lots of leaders that is the same, if you do reuse next, it'll put that piece of text in each quick leader, which is very, very useful. I'm going to frame the text this time around and click on OK. It'll ask for the first leader point. I'm going to go to about there, left click. There's my little dot. So angled line first. I'm using a 45-degree polar tracking there, which I've just left set on. You can use that if you want to, or you can have it at a different angle. It doesn't have to be 45 degrees. Left click there, and then do the horizontal. Left click again, and you get your prompt for your text width, as you can see. Again, just accept the 0 by pressing enter. Ask for the first line of annotation text. I'm going to type slotted, whole, all one line this time, as you can see. Enter once, enter twice. Now it's got the little frame around it that I changed in the settings. So if I now jump to my plan view layout tab, there's my dimensions and my nice slotted hole quick leader as well. Jump back to the model tab, and that's a nice little use there of the quick leader in the drawing. It's always a good habit to double click on the wheel to zoom extents as well. Good CAD practice so that when you come back to the drawing again, you can see all of the objects in the model space.